Welcome to Cage Minds. I'm Mika Frankl. You know the face right there across from me. Abraham Perez back again. The Lujan Brawl, August 13th. Legacy Boxing Promotions back in the main event, sir. How you doing?
Good, good. And yourself? Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, always my pleasure. Thank you for taking some time out of the day. I know it's your lunchtime. First off, so what's it like getting used to this attention, the marquee, the main event, this platform? You're the headliner, the ticket seller.
Right. No, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun when you're looking at everything that's going on. You see yourself on posters, and you're walking in. And I normally didn't have really a crowd, to perform in front of. So now that I'm performing in front of a crowd, I mean, it's the adrenaline's getting a little up there. It's cool.
Do you feel it that it's the pro experience that you always dreamed about?
Right. Yeah. Well, it's kicking in for sure.
It's kicking in. It's getting going. But before we get into what's ahead of you, let's take a step back because I didn't get a post-fight interview after the win over Alejandro Moreno. Man, you beat up a dude with 80 fights under his belt. What did that night signify to you?
Well, it's the dude was a veteran. I mean, a lot of his shots were telegraphed. I was able to just kind of pick them apart. Jab was the key element there. I was just using my jab behind everything to set up punches and all. So, but it was good. Dude was a tough fighter for sure.
Now, talk to me about your defensive awareness. I had an easy recap for that fight. Watching it online, it was your jab was effective and he couldn't touch you.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, he probably only touched me twice in the fight with, good punches, but none of them to rock me or anything like that. But it was, at the most, I give him two solid punches that he landed on me. As far as that, it's, reflexes, which, that comes with the youth.
And what is it about the footwork, being able to hit the right angles at the right time?
Right. It's just practice makes perfect at the gym. You try to perfect it in sparring, because that's what sparring is all about. You're trying to perfect your craft. You're not just trying to go in there and try to knock someone's head off on the sparring session. Doesn't make sense. So yeah, just practice makes perfect in the ring, in the gym.
Has that always been your style? Soon as you stepped in the ring, that you were going to be fast, you were going to be elusive, you were going to be defensive. There's a lot of guys that right away they want to get in there, they want to brawl, they want to mix it up, and they're looking for that big knockout. As long as I've seen you, though, you've been defensive minded.
Right. Yeah, I'm more of I guess you can, based on the fight that you saw, that I was pretty much an all around type of boxer. I was playing defense, I was playing offense, I was cutting my angles, and I was feigning, I was jabbing, I was just doing a whole lot of everything. As far as the defensive, the boxing games, it's about getting hit, hitting, and not getting hit.
Have you always had that mature outlook on the sport?
I would say so.
And what did you take away also the one before that, Mulapi Enjani? We talk about showing well-rounded skill set. I feel like you were able to be both offensive and defensive also on that night, your last main event.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I probably could have done a lot better with Mulapi. I never threw it out there, but I just came off of a week sickness a week before the fight. And so, I was just trying to just get all my energy back and hydrate from, just all the freaking sickness. I think it was the flu that I had. So I came down with the flu, and, it took me a couple of days to get back at it.
So you came down with the flu. It takes you a couple days to get back at it. You fight Mulapi, a main event. And then you're like, next weekend I'll fight Alejandro. So there was no ill effects, really. You felt good enough to just keep going with the plan that you had in place?
Yeah. Because the sickness, it only lasted me about 4 or 5 days. And I had gotten sick on a Thursday, so it was just in time. It just all fell through perfectly as soon as I fought Mulapi. You know, the sickness was away, a little fatigued, but it was away, and I went ahead and did my thing. And you know, I just knew I was just gonna get stronger the more I kept on going. So.
Did you walk away from the Moreno fight more satisfied than with your performance than what you felt against Mulapi?
Yes.
All right. So what was the thoughts walking away from Moreno as far as skill development? Where's the mindset on what needs to develop next in the arsenal?
Well, I could say I'm gonna try. Well, we're trying right now and working a little more on the inside, staying in the inside pocket. Whereas, you know, normally you would see me in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. You know, so we're trying to work a little more staying in the inside.
What's the next step for you? How do you keep increasing this hype, the chatter around your name? How do you elevate it even further now in this next performance?
Well, you fight better people. You keep on fighting. You know, you want to get those challenges. You know, people want to see challenges like that. They want to see, you know, good performances in the ring.
Now you're going from a couple veteran opponents, guys with much more experience than you, to now taking on the challenge of a fellow unbeaten fighter, a younger guy in Isaac Anguiano. What do you think of this matchup? What do you think about your opponent?
Most of the fighters that I fought, I haven't really studied any of them. I just take my pop's word for it that this is what we're gonna do. We stick to the game plan and we execute off of it.
How much does the game plan for this one feel different than from the previous fights?
Well, we're gonna try to stay more in the pocket on this one.
So is there an intent then to be more emphatic in the performance, to do some more damage?
Yeah, pretty much. Took the words right out of my mouth.
A month out from the fight, we're starting to build up the hype. Does this one feel, again, like you're taking that next step, that the development, not only in the skills, but in the spotlight, is going in that direction that you intend?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, the more fights I get, the closer I'm gonna get to, you know, where I belong, which is I personally feel like I belong in, you know, with Top Rank or, you know, with the big promoters already. I feel like I should have been fighting with them already. That's just me personally. That's my personal view.
Well, keep talking about it. This is your platform. We need your view. Right. That's what we're here to get.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, that's just how I feel about it. You know, but so it's just like every fighter's dream. They all want to be on that big TV stage, and you know, they all want to perform in front of the world. So
do you have a little bit of that feeling? What do I got to do? I've made it to the highest level. I was Olympic qualifier. You see a lot of those guys, their debuts, they come on Top Rank. Are you saying to yourself, what do I got to do to get that attention?
Well, I feel like I should have already been there. You know, I've sparred, I fought these top guys, you know, from around the world. And, you know, it's cool seeing my friends up there too, you know, as they're wondering, they're texting me, they're like, when are you going to come up? When are you going to join us? You know, and I'm just like, you know, within time, you know, I'm starting myself back from square one, you know, and we'll go up there as long as I keep climbing the ranks, then we'll be okay.
So any thoughts of the Hammer TikTok page? I mean, what do we got to do? You think maybe, I don't know, a new face tattoo?
Psycho Tyson down now.
Tyson something. I don't know. Ryan Garcia's got a bunch of ideas. He does stuff on.
I know, yeah, shoot, dude's got all kinds of shit going on. But no, as far as tats, no tats.
But have you thought about maybe on that other side, the self-promotion side, how we get Abraham more in the public view. Bring more of this, and I know you're a quiet, humble dude, but bring this personality out to the surface.
Right. No, I mean, shoot. Everyone wants to see boxing. You know, everyone that's on my pages, they see a lot of boxing. You know, here and there's just a couple of pictures, videos of myself. Mainly stories, Snapchat. So I mean, I just keep doing my thing. You know, people will follow. They'll come.
Getting more used to now, and you've had so many fights that it's getting quicker and quicker for you to understand what your opponent's trying to do.
I could say so. It's you know, you always have that round to do something, you know. And now I'm finding myself just a little more calm in that first round, you know, figuring out the opponent, you know, filling them out.
Last word on the fight. August 13th, the Lujan Brawl, Manuel Lujan Complex, Expo, New Mexico Fairgrounds, everybody. I'm sure Abraham can hook you up with your tickets.
Right. Yeah, just give me a call. Give me a call. You guys have my number. It's, you know, if you don't have it, 505-259-3370. Tickets are already almost gone, so and we're already a month away. So, I mean, be sure to grab them. Otherwise, you're going to have to get them at the door. But that's cool, too. We'll see you at the door. But, yeah, just look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you.